You know this one, sing along.
CSL, decking the hall, singing and ringing the bells. Don't stress, be blessed, look west in the prayers. Christmas time's coming, CSL. Practicing the presents sets me free. My virtues and my vices, let them be. First I take the time to be still and know I know what to do, so I get it and go. Practicing the presence sets me free. So I dream with my feet in the direction of my dreams. Sometimes it's not perfect, till I move my feet. Change my thinking, change my life. Love dissolves fear, love dissolves struggle and strife. Getting into the high vibration, doing the work with the realization. I change my thinking, I change my life. So I dream with my feet in the direction of my dreams. Sometimes it's not perfect for me, till I move my feet. Let's dream with my feet in the direction of my dreams. Sometimes it's not perfect for me, till I move my feet. Let's dream with our feet. Let's dream with our feet. Let's dream with our feet. The direction of our dreams.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Boy, we're getting close to Christmas, aren't we? Can you tell? I got my Christmas sweater on. Yeah. This belonged to my mama. Do I look like my mama? What comes out of my mouth sounds like my mama for sure, right? So, as you notice, David is not with us today. We have Roy filling in, so thank you so much, Roy. It's a little bit different. Thank you so much. And thank you for pre-service music. Very nice, thank you. Notice those were sun songs, songs about sun and light. Those were for solstice songs, so thank you for thinking of that, Roy. Let's see, I have a few announcements. This is a big one. So next week is the fourth Sunday. No early meditation service next week. I need you to repeat that.
No early meditation service next week.
Wow, you guys are really good. Okay, so next week is Christmas Eve. We have 2 services already happening, the early service. It's just too much. We're going to do that half hour of Christmas songs next week. So starting at 10, we will do Christmas songs, sing along, and then move into the service. So we just won't be able to fit that in. But no worries, it will start again in January. We will be sharing our exceptional income next week, though, so you can be thinking about what you would like to share, brief stories about how your exceptional income has come about, and come up and share that, a testimonial up here, and then circulating a 10% tithe of that if you so choose, or whatever kind of tithe on that. That kind of just seals the deal that you recognize your abundance, and you are so abundant that you are willing to give of your abundance. Is kind of what tithing is all about. So today we do have potluck happening downstairs, and after potluck we do have a Christmas movie. We're going to show How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. So it's really a fun movie if you haven't seen that. Even I've seen that many times and I just can't not see it again. So Christmas time we're going to show that, probably about 1-ish or so that will come up. Did I check the time on it? I did not see how long it was. I'm sorry. I guess planned a couple hours. Love offering for that. This Wednesday night at 6 p.m. we will be caroling in the neighborhood here. We will meet here at 6 o'clock and dress warm. We usually just walk around the neighborhood caroling. It's a lot of fun. I think our neighbors kind of expect that now from us. We've done that for since COVID, we stopped going to the hospital and we came into the neighborhood, and we liked it so much that we've kept it here. And then at 7, we'll end up back here at the church, and we will have a winter solstice celebration. So if you don't want to do caroling outside, you can actually come early and just wait here, or you can come at 7 o'clock and still be involved in the winter solstice party. You don't have to do both. You can do either or, one or not, or the other. We also are going to have a potluck, like soup and snacks at that winter solstice party. So if you'd like to bring something to share, that would be great. We'll have a few winter solstice kind of games, maybe stories, something like that to play. So that's 6 caroling, 7 winter solstice party. Okay? We also have now a youth church volunteer, so we have child care happening downstairs. That is Amelie's shop. Yeah. And so spread the word. If people would like to bring their young ones, we have someone to be downstairs with them now. Thank you, Amelie, for that. We have a few more holiday services happening and a handout over at the table if you'd like to take this home. Next Sunday, we'll have Sunday morning service, the half hour of carols ahead of time. Then come back at 7 p.m. for our Christmas Eve candlelight service. That's a Taizé service in total candlelight, very reflective, contemplative, and I'm pretty excited. We've had for quite a few years, I think she was here last year, my son Evan and his wife Bailey will be coming back for Christmas, and she sings on that night. And I got my son Evan, he's going to play bass for us on that night. So if you haven't seen Evan in a while, he'll be here on Christmas Eve. So that's happening at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. All right, otherwise you can get a handout and see what else is happening. We still have cookbooks for sale in the lobby. These are $15 each. I keep thinking of more and more people. I know Anita's like, I need another one, I need another one. More and more people that I'd like to send this to. So those are on sale in the lobby. And Tamara, if you'd be so kind to take dollars for that, that would be great. I think that's all the announcements that I have right now. And so now, if all together, we could just get into that heart space where we expand our heart. We see that light within us expanding out into this room, creating a larger light that indeed expands out into the whole world and the universe. Let's get into that space as we say our vision statement together right now. This center offers a path for awakening to the realization of oneness. Open hearts, inspired life, empowered love. Our spiritual community welcomes all people to embrace oneness as the truth of our being. Together, we see a world of love, peace, and abundance for all.
make a quiet place within my mind, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will listen, Holy Spirit, I will listen. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
In this quiet, sacred silence, as we breathe together, we breathe the divine breath of life. I know this breath is the one power and presence that creates all, sustains all, is all. This is God, Spirit, love, oneness, called by many names, expressing itself as all seen and unseen creation in wholeness, perfection, completeness. And as I know that I am an active expression of this oneness, as its peace, love, harmony, joy, and intelligence, as it moves in and through and around me as my life. And I am unified with the allness of spirit. And as this is true for me, this is true for each and every one. For I know and declare that we are united together in the fullness of spirit, each a unique and diverse expression, each realizing and experiencing the divinity of the other. And so today, I declare that we live with deep reverence for the holiness of each life, that we see each life expression as Spirit sees, a loving expression of the fullness of itself. And we are so grateful for this recognition of Spirit in the diversity of life. We accept and we feel and we know that the divine presence guides our path in wondrous ways to a fulfilling life. Grateful for the Spirit that guides our decisions and all of our affairs. Finding comfort in the trust of the Spirit that surrounds us in its loving light and unifies us all in its creation. I declare that we are each open to a greater yet to be expression of our divine beingness. And for each prayer request, I know the activity of Spirit is at hand right now. That the fullness of Spirit is in the midst, revealing the perfect expression of health, abundance, wisdom, and comfort. Each request is guided to its highest and best expression. We are blessed, and this gathering is blessed today. I'm so grateful for the volunteers, the musicians, the message, and each and every one here today. The divine light that radiates from each of us illuminates our path and the path of the other. So grateful for this life, trusting in the fullness of Spirit as each and every life. I am comforted by this knowledge, by this feeling, by this presence, for I know that the divine love is always available, and I am so grateful. And I release these words in full confidence and expectation, knowing that Spirit always says yes, as we join together and joyfully declare, and so it is. I love the vibration of the bell. Well, good morning. And here we are at a beautiful season. And I would just like to remind you, if there is something weighing heavily on your soul, you just need a little more oomph in your life for the holiday season, please put your concerns in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative prayer on your behalf this week. The past is gone. The future is not here. Now I am free of both. Right now, I choose joy. Deepak Chopra. And from Ernest Holmes, have the will to be well, to be happy, and to live in joy. And also, joy has come to live with me. How can I be sad? I do so love thy presence, which is joy within me. And I just have to leave you with a Christmas one for this week. Christmas waves a magic wand over the world, and behold, everything is softer and more beautiful. Norman Vincent Peale.
Wow, that was beautiful, Lou. Thank you. What a perfect quote to end with. So, our December theme is comfort and joy, and today's message is the magic of Christmas. So that was perfect. And today, I want to talk about Santa Claus. Who believes in Santa Claus? Very good. I'm going to ask that again at the end of the service. So first I have a joke. Of course, I left Santa gluten-free cookies and organic soy milk, and he put a solar panel in my stocking. Funny. So, we've talked about a few other things. I really wanted to hit an array of things this holiday season, not just talk about one thing. We've talked about the light a little bit. We talked about the Grinchiness last week. And this week I want to talk about Santa Claus. When we come to Christmas Eve, we're going to talk about Oh Holy Night. You don't want to miss that because we're going to have our dear Ellen sing Oh Holy Night next week. I'm giving it away so that you don't miss it. If you have not heard that, yeah, who said that? Whoa is right. So, when I was a small child, Christmas morning was the most magical time of the year. My mom was like the master of mystery and magic. She loved Christmas, and we didn't have a lot of money, but on Christmas morning, the impossible happened in my eyes of a child. Presents, sparkle, smiles, candy. We never got that before. And I can still smell the oranges in the bottom of our stockings. Anybody get that? And I know why she put oranges. Sometimes they were grapefruits, because she needed it to take up space, right? The magic of Santa Claus was in the air. The feeling of good cheer and limitless abundance appearing out of the invisibleness of Santa, a mysterious, joyful giver of good. I remember the year that I accidentally found a Christmas gift ahead of Christmas. And lo and behold, when Christmas came, it was from Santa. So, and I was actually fairly old by the time that I was still believing, okay? And at that Christmas, I no longer doubted what I had heard from the other children, that my mom and dad placed the presents and the wrappings under the tree. But this didn't disappoint me or take away my excitement for that magical morning. I didn't have any religious upbringing in my early years, and Santa was really the only link that I had to the invisible world of the magical unseen. Maybe the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny as well, but Santa was the biggie, that magic, right? And in our home, Santa was all good. He was never used for good behavior, like you better be good, or he was never used for that. He saw all children as good and worthy, and he brought them their good, all on one magical night, from his infinite storehouse of all good called the North Pole. I knew as I grew older that I wanted to incorporate Santa Claus into my family traditions, but I learned a little bit and I tweaked the idea just a little bit. I left only one unwrapped present from Santa for each child, and of course, a stocking filled to the brim. So those two things. And again, we didn't do naughty or nice, just one gift and one stocking. I never really bought into the idea of making a wish list for Santa for my kids. Instead, I told them that Santa knows what you want and need. Let it be a surprise. It's more fun that way. And they never questioned this. They just said, okay. This way of looking at Santa reminds me nowadays, when I read or as an adult, of how Joel Goldsmith talks about God. He says, God is the eternal storehouse of all good. I turn within to know this, and then I let that good flow out into expression. I care not in what form it flows, nor do I try to direct its flow, because my Heavenly Father knoweth what things I have need of before I ask. Just like Santa. It is God's good pleasure to provide all good for me. So in reading those things, sometimes I would question, how does God know what I have need of before I ask? How does that fit in? How does that work? And in contemplating questions like that, or in contemplating scripture or spiritual readings that you might read, Joel Goldsmith or the Bible or any spiritual work, then what comes up after contemplating those things are answers from within you, okay? Not answers that you read in a book or someone else's opinion, answers that come up from within you. And when answers come up from within you after contemplating, that's truth for you. That's an experience that you had. That's when you really believe it, right? You can read and read and read, and those are awesome. But when you have the experience of that is when you really believe that deeply. So how does God know what I have need of before I ask? Because God knows you have need of nothing. That's how. Because God is already everything, all good. And because God is also you, you too already have everything you could possibly need for your fulfillment. That's how. So Joel Goldsmith tells us, all that is necessary for my unfoldment. And that's a word that I had to contemplate upon a lot. Unfoldment, consciousness unfolding. What does it mean? Roy jokes about unfoldment all the time. Actually, he jokes about folding. And so, we talk about these things. All that is necessary for my unfoldment, my journey to spiritual awareness, my journey to my spiritual awareness is my unfoldment. The revealing of God within me unfolds, right? All that is necessary for that is this very moment in my consciousness. I'm becoming aware of it. And as I contemplate these truths or these scriptures or spiritual lessons, as I contemplate that, that helps my soul to unfold the truth of who I am. We come into being complete, whole, and perfect. No need to struggle, no need to seek healing. Be still and know that I am God. Back to Santa. Sorry, got off a little. Some of my friends, as I was having children and stuff, some of my friends that have kids, they chose not to keep Santa as a family tradition for a lot of different reasons. Maybe they didn't want to lie to their kids or cause their kids to become greedy or selfish. They had a lot of reasons. And I never really thought of it as a lie. I was merely asking them to believe in a spirit that they could not see with their eyes. There's a lot of things we believe in that we can't see with our eyes. A spirit of goodness and giving, as we encourage them to believe in God, a spirit of goodness and giving. Children, I believe, have that great ability to pretend, imagine, and live in that magical, invisible world. Who gets to spend time around children these days? Yeah. I believe nurturing that is a gift that we give them that lasts throughout their whole lifetime. As the older we get, the more that this tangible, visible world tends to creep in on us, right? We start believing in it more than we do that magical world of the unseen, the invisible. We start believing it to be our reality instead of the infinite, invisible intelligence that creates this world as the only true reality. Infinite, invisible intelligence creating this world, not once upon a time, but right now in you, in your body. An invisible intelligence. Otherwise, we'd just be a heap of flesh and blood on the floor, right? So from the website, theeverymom.com, I read this article called Why I Let My Kids Believe in Santa. She says, what's important to remember is that believing in something that we cannot see or prove is a real and necessary life skill. This is a skill that my kids will need as they grow to believe in themselves, their friends, and their loved ones, and their eventual partners and families. They'll need that skill to believe in goodness and hope, and to motivate them to continue on through rocky roads and uneven waters. They'll need this ability to believe in order to grow kind, generous hearts and understand how to extend compassion and forgiveness. They'll need it to believe in the invisible magic of the world, nature, creation, progression, growth, and to consider how to nurture and protect all of these wonders. So my oldest son, Evan, came to me one year and asked, Mom, is Santa real? So I explained to him where the presents came from, but also where the spirit to give the presents came from. It's this Christmas spirit that we call Santa. It's not the presents or the candy or the overflowing stockings that create that magical feeling, but it's the invisible flow of generosity and giving that is present in that very moment, flowing from you and to me, to everyone who believes in it. And the effect is the tangible overflowing stocking on Christmas morning, not the cause. So I explained to my son that now it would be very different for him, as he would join me in creating that flow of giving, helping me to carry out the spirit of Christmas. He would become Santa with me and provide the opportunity for a magical experience for all the other kids. I have 5 kids and he was the oldest, so he had a long way to go. He liked that idea, and I see this magic that lives on in all of my children as they create their own family traditions around Christmas, with or without Santa Claus. So again, from that same article, when asked what she will tell her kids after they discover the truth about Santa, she writes, Santa is not one person, he is many people. During Christmas time, people all over the planet parents and teachers, big brothers and sisters, community helpers and aunts and uncles come together to create a special world just for kids that celebrates joy and goodness and hope. They tell stories of flying reindeer to see wonder radiate from kids' faces. They carefully wrap presents to see their little ones' eyes light up. They hush tiny voices at night to teach children how to believe in something that you cannot touch or hold. Together, all of these people do the impossible. They keep magic alive for the tiniest generation because the world needs children who believe in impossible things in order to later have adults who create impossible change. So Santa is not one person, but he is all of us, and now he is you too. Isn't that lovely? So I'd like to share, to end here, one of the most famous stories, Santa stories ever written. And maybe you've never actually heard this whole letter or article, and maybe you just would like a reminder right now of this. It was written in the New York Sun on September 21st in 1897 by Francis P. Church in response to a letter to the editor. Dear editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says, if you see it in the sun, it's so. The Sun newspaper. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon. Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus. You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if they did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus. But that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. No Santa Claus. Thank God he lives, and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood. Isn't that awesome? I love that. We'd like to sing this song for you.
Looking out the window of this hotel, you never know that it's Christmas Eve. The billboards and the neon took the place of silver bells, and the temperature's 84 degrees. I can hear the traffic on the crowded strip below, as the palm trees pull their heads above the scene. There's not a single reindeer and it hardly ever snows, and Santa drives a Rolls Royce limousine. And all along the Rockies you can feel it in the air, till you drive to Boulder down the road. The closest thing that heaven on this planet anywhere is a quiet Christmas morning in the Colorado snow. Well, I remember Christmases when I was just a boy. In the morning I would run to see the tree, and the carolers on the hillside sang their song of Christmas joy. Well, I always thought they sang them just for me. Now the sun is setting in the California sky, and I can't find the spirit anywhere. So I think it's time for me to tell Los Angeles goodbye. I'm going back home to look for Christmas there. But all along the Rockies you can feel it in the air, until you ride the Boulder down the road. The closest thing to heaven on this planet anywhere is a quiet Christmas morning in the Colorado snow. It's a quiet Christmas morning in the Colorado snow.
Colorado Christmas. Thank you, Roy Martin Brabants. Woohoo, yeah. Okay, so just to transition here to God You Are, I have a Santa quote, and it's from Shirley Temple. Okay, she says, I stopped believing in Santa Claus when I was 6. Mother took me to see him at a department store, and he asked me for my autograph.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
Okay, as the ushers come forth, this is our time to consciously enter in the joy of participating in the law of circulation. So if you'll just take your gift, your tithe in your hand. And I am so grateful to have received so many blessings, and I joyfully give, knowing that this is the completion of that circle of giving and receiving. And our affirmation:
Abundance is everywhere, just waiting for our admission of it.
Arise, ready for a new day. Realize life in a new way. Infinite, invisible light. Did it, Arise, singing a song for you. Realize, sing it in a new way. Infinite, invisible light. Did it, in the thunder of silence, in the calm beneath the stormy seas, a peace beyond our understanding, let it be. Infinite, invisible, infinite, invisible, infinite, invisible, infinite, invisible, I am. infinite, invisible light.
And these blessings from that infinite, invisible life move through this world, enhancing our community, our country, and the universe. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Lou. Who believes in Santa Claus? Whoop, whoop. Prayer requests, prayer requests. So I know, I've been making this month very light and talking about a lot of the magic and the giving and the good cheer and the comfort and joy of this season. And I know it can be very difficult for a lot of people. I do know that. I too have, I don't like to use the word lost, because I haven't really lost people. But they've moved on from me tangibly seeing them right now. And that can be difficult at the Christmas time in particular. And so if you are having challenges and you would like some support, some spiritual support, which comes in the form of changing consciousness and a renewed vibration that it does seem like magic. Doesn't it seem like magic? It's not magic, it's science. But it seems magical. So put a prayer request in the prayer chest, and our dear friend Lou Kunzelman here, she is a licensed science of mind practitioner and has studied many years of how to pray scientifically, which really means she's able to get herself into a space of knowing so confidently that God is within and within every single person. So there's really nothing lacking, nothing anyone would need. We talked about that a little bit. Just already knowing that it is there. When we're really close to that, it's something real personal to us. That's hard. That's a hard space to get to. Sometimes that's too much to ask of ourselves. So we turn that over in a prayer request, and we ask for that good to come from Lou's consciousness. And she can take those in her own spiritual time. She will pray on your behalf and know that that good is already within you. Boy, that is one great service that we have here. Lou, thank you so much. That is really an example of invisible work that is being done. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The prayer chest is in the lobby down there, and all of those are kept confidential. Potluck Today bookstore is open. If you find something in there, just find me and I'll help you with that. Movie today. And I think we're ready to move to Claiming Our Good. There it is. So all together, as one voice, we will claim these things all the way down. Here we go. God's presence within me brings me comfort and peace. I am a source of warmth and comfort to those around me. Nobody can take my joy from me, and so it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be.